Hello, guys. Welcome back again. So, in this session today, in our last video, we have shown you how are we going to do the reversal when we receive the stock, and then in that case, if there's any damage of the goods or you want to return the goods back to the vendor. So, we've shown you that. In today's session, we will show you exception handling, which means that if you move the stock in some location, some bin, or in a storage type, there's a dedicated bin, you put the right put away strategy, but you realize the stock is either damaged or it shouldn't be there in the right bin, then how do you handle the stock movement through exceptions? So, uh, so we will show the exception handling in EWM because it's very common. Understand you're working in a big warehouse, there people can make mistake, put stock in another bin. Then you need an exception code to do the stock movement. It's not normal bin to bin transfer because normal bin to bin transfer is a part of the process. You put in one bin and then you put in another bin, then the warehouse person expects certain stock to be moved. This is exception where you incorrectly put some stock in a bin which it is not supposed to be, or if the stock is damaged and it can't be there. So those exception codes are provided to the warehouse workers. They use that and do the stock movement. It can also happen in the case where goods are received, you talk to the vendor that we have received certain goods, but we want to return it. But the vendor says, oh, it's too expensive to arrange the transport and stuff. So why don't you just move it and we'll pay you for the cost instead of incurring extra transport cost to arrange and take the goods back if the cost is more feasible to just get rid of the stock. So those are some of the exception scenarios, and then we can look into that. So in the video, Sharik will show first the process of the standard process of receiving the goods. It's been put into a fixed bin, and then we use exception codes to move the stock into some other bin.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
yeah,
okay,
let's.
fast. So first I'm going to show you how you can configure exception handling, and then I'll show you the process later on.
Yeah,
Okay. So first you can go directly to the configuration path in SPRO. Go to SM Extended Warehouse Management. Extended Warehouse Management. You have to go inside cross process setting. There you'll find your what do you call as the exception handling. Inside that you have this option of define exception codes. So each exception code needs to be defined with your warehouse. Inside that, you need to keep in mind you have a business context and execution steps that needs to be assigned within the exception code. Okay, for what business context you are going to use this exception code, and at what execution steps that you want to follow. Okay, so for example, this is the standard exception code that has been given in the system with the standard warehouse. So for our scenario, we are going to take the exception code where we need to change the destination bin. Okay, so for that you can take directly chbd, that you can see also in the description it is mentioned with change description destination bin. There you can select that. Inside that you can go to define exception code. So this is given with the a lot many business contexts that you can use this. Okay, so for example, this is your TIM confirm warehouse task for internal movement. This is also for the internal movement. This is for the stock removal strategy, and this is for also stock removal. Okay, so it can be used for multiple business contexts, whatever you like to have. Okay, for outbound, for inbound, or the internal movement, it's up to you. Okay, so you also have the list of options that you can use this exception code in different business contexts. Okay, right in front of that you have execution step. In that, what type of like execution you want to follow along with this exception code. For example, this is the steps at 01, 02, 03, 04. Then standard is assigned with 04 and 06. Okay, 04 and 06 means it is only been targeting with RF devices. Whenever your resource will be using RF device, then only it will allow to change that into your warehouse task. It will allow you to have this exception code handled within the warehouse task. Otherwise, if you are using a desktop or creating a warehouse task through GUI, Then you have to mention your execution step as 01 or 02. 01 is for HU warehouse task and 02 is for product warehouse task. I'll show you how you can create your own exception code. For that, I have to just copy from this, go inside this one once again, chbd, copy, and just change it to my warehouse is EWM1, copy all. So now we have created our exception code with our warehouse EWM1 ZCHD for our chain destination bin. You can directly go inside define exception code. Here you'll find all these pre-existing business contexts that you can use this in a different business context, like for example for outbound, for internal process. I'm doing this scenario for my inbound process, so this is what I need to create. Okay, as a execution step, it has been already given with 04 and 06. This is for your RFUI. Okay, RFUI or RF gun devices. Whenever your resource will be like creating a warehouse task, if that exception code is not been added with 03 or 04 or 05 or 06, you will not be able to use that into RF devices. Okay, or if your resource is like operating through a desktop for creating HU warehouse task and the product warehouse task, then you have to extend this execution steps with 01 and 02. So for both these processes, I am just copying this data. Okay, and you have to just change your execution steps from 04 to 01 for HU warehouse task. Okay, copy all, and 06 to 02, because I also want to use these execution steps for my desktop product warehouse task also. Then you have to also copy that. Okay, so number of dependent entries copied are 2, so you can see that. Okay, and inside that, if you go into maintain process parameter, you will see it is assigned with the internal process code. Internal process codes are the parameter provided by SAP that defines how system should react behind the scene when execution step is even executed. This is the basic thing related to your internal process code. So, and apart from CHBD, you also have different type of internal process code that SAP has given you. Like for example, if you want to change batches, then you can use that CHBA. If you want to just, for our case, we are using CHBD for chain destination storage bin, and CHHU for chain handling unit. Okay, so all these things SAP has already given us. DIFF is also there for post with differences. If you want to have any differences, like if you want to pose any differences in the quantity that you have been received from the vendor, then you can use that DIFF as the exception code within your warehouse task. Okay, so this is all we want to execute. If you go back, select the second one that we have copied. Here also you can see chbd has been assigned. Save that, the data has been saved. Now we are going to create one inbound delivery and see how it's going to perform. Now I'm trying to show you how we are going to manage this scenario. First I need to create one inbound delivery. So I'm taking one quantity of product and it's been taken with my storage type. Then I'm going to distribute this delivery to EWM. Just copy that. You have now distributed it. Go to PRDI transaction, paste your delivery number, execute, and this is your delivery, inbound delivery. Now we are quickly creating one warehouse task, and this is your HU warehouse task. You can see, because you know in the background we have set our packaging specification through which our delivery has been HU has been creating automatically. Okay, so you can click on create and system will automatically pick your destination bin, which is coming as 05. Okay, due to the strategy that we have set for our put away. Okay, so create and save, go to confirm, and here let's say it is showing us our destination bin of 05. Okay, So let's take an example, whatever we are discussing before. Your resource will pick the item from this bin and take it to this bin. Okay. And when he reached there, he'll find that this bin is been broken or it's been under construction. What he'll going to do next? He'll try to manually change this bin from 05 to 06. Okay. So for that, he'll go to confirm in foreground and he'll try to change that bin. Okay. And try to confirm plus save. Once you do try to confirm plus save, you'll get this error like changing destination data only allowed with corresponding exception code. Without the exception code that you have defined in the system, you will not be manually be able to change your bin from 05 to 06. Okay, for that you need to come down and go to exception code. So the whatever exception code we have created, it will come here automatically, right? Like ZCHD we have created for change destination bin. As soon as you put your exception code here, okay, confirm that. So now you can see the system has automatically confirmed your warehouse task that initially been proposed with a different bin. Now we have transferred it to a different bin. Okay. Now if we go inside a monitor, then we can see where our good has been transferred. If we select this particular bin, so our HU is 219. This is your destination HU. So high level HU, maybe it is 20. Yeah, this is the highest level HU that is been showing with 219. Okay, so this is the product that has been moved. Initially it is giving us the proposing us the destination bin of 05, but we have changed that from adding a section code and transfer it to a different bin.
So as you've seen, now we've completed a scenario using exception handling. So now you can perhaps try and do it in your system. And also, if you've liked the video, please do like and subscribe and also share. Let people know about this channel who are willing to learn SAP, EWM, and any other supply chain modules. And we'll continue to do more. Thank you, everyone, for watching.